Woo! What's going on here, people? Welcome to United Real Therapy Army. Where are you?
Who are you?
Last be having you, Therapy Army. I don't know where you are. Let me know if I'm live, people. Please, alien.
Yeah, you are live. You are live.
We are talking about things that are concerning the fan base. Eric Ten Hag's little comment, answer to one question, triggered the fan base into a frenzy. I posted it because I found it hilarious. But we're going to talk about fans, and we're going to talk about how fans, United fans, view themselves, especially on social media. In the stadium, some people are, you know what I mean, glass half empty. Some people are glass half full.
Glass half full.
Glass half empty. So today, we're going to get into that, people. So welcome to United Real Therapy. Please smash a like on the video already. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And after you're done here, if you've not watched it, please go and watch the Straight Jacket podcast. Saeed, what number was it today?
186.
Wow. We're getting closer to that 200, you know, for that podcast.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. That's crazy.
All the people that have been there from the first day, innit? From the journey, the first day. So big up, man.
Absolutely.
Big up to everyone of you. Saeed, how are you, bro? I've been enjoying the sunshine, even though it's gone overcast right now.
Yeah, it's a bit overcast, but you know what? I've been enjoying it, man. I went out before, you know what I mean, get the medal in and whatnot. But yeah, man, it's good, man. Even though it's a bit sticky, I can't really complain because for 11 months of the year, it's very, very cold. So at the minute, you got to enjoy it, man. It brings other benefits. You know, we don't get vitamin D a lot in this country, so we got to enjoy it, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, good. Had a good Eid as well. So yeah, man, it's all good, man. Been a good weekend.
Yeah, man. Big up to all the regulars in there, man. Man like Red Devil Fire, Emil. Big up the mix bag. Big up man like Arun Pandey. It says hi brothers club. It says hi bro club upon landing in Bangkok. Asked did United also receive a similar welcome? Obsessed. I don't know, bro.
Yo, Klopp was speaking mad today. You know, he goes, "We got the 4 best centre backs in the league. We got the 2 best full backs in the league." And then everyone's saying, "Well, you know what I mean? So where's your trophies in it? Where's your Premier League? You know, how many? You've only got 1 Premier League in how many? You know what I mean? So if you've got all the best fullbacks and everything like that, you know what I mean? You should have everything done, shouldn't you?" So I don't know if he's smoking or whatnot today, man. But listen, it is what it is, man.
You know what? It might be happening to our managers. There's something in the air in Bangkok, innit? Something
Bro, I'm telling you
tonight.
It's that craziness, man. Apparently, Adam was messaging me saying it's 1 minute it's raining, 1 minute it's sunny. So I don't know if they're having some sort of kind of like, you know.
What's that? Manchester over there, innit?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I said to him, I said, Adam, man, you brought the Manchester weather up with you, man. You know what I mean? It's like being at home, man.
Yo, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, you know what?
But how are you, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Like I said, Eid Mubarak to everybody worldwide, by the way, who was celebrating Eid. All my brothers and sisters. Saeed, did you have a good Eid?
Yeah, man. Listen, top Eid, man. You get me? Like, man was chilling with the family and that. You know, and it's not like back in the day, man, where, you know what I mean, you're out and about now. You know what I mean? You got to just chill with the family now, look after them and that. And then, you know what I mean? Later on, your bank wallet is missing, innit? You feel me? But you know what, man? It's all love, man. You know, when the family come, man, they rinse you in it. So it's all love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You know what? It's love in it. It's love in it. Like Eid, you only get it twice a year, innit? To be fair, and then we get Christmas as well, don't we? So
yeah, the rush of traffic was horrendous, man. Yeah, it's crazy, but so love, man.
Yo, big up, man like Arun. Arun, check your Twitter. I've sent you the link. Jump on. I really want to hear your take on this because you're a part of it. You're one of the giddy ones, and I need people who are giddy. I need people who are glass half empty, glass half full. So Arun, check it out, bro. Yeah, welcome to Rushom and Eid, bro.
Always, mate. That's
on the pavement, traffic, cars, traffic, cyclist lane, traffic.
Cycle lane. Everything's a lane.
One lane. Anyway, wicked welcome to every one of you people, man. Eid Mubarak, like I say. I hope you've all had it. Wherever you are watching from the world, love, light, respect. And we always say in it, hold out to anybody in the world that's suffering. We always extend that hand of solidarity and love and respect. So yeah, love, light, always, people. Saeed are here. We've got heavy discussion to get into. Usually, I asked the question, Saeed, where does the toxicity come from? But before you answer, let me
apparently I'm the cause of the toxicity in the fan base. You might not be winning trophies since I came around. You know what I mean? That's the saying now, apparently. It's you, Saeed and Nuruddin. You're the ones that are causing it. That's the reason why, bro. The guy said to me, he goes, you guys bring toxicity. So I said to him, explain it. And then he said to me, when Bruno Fernandes is off form, that's the reason why he's off form. You lot are just taking a mick. You're talking about his performances. It has a negative effect on him. I'm like, okay, sorry then. You know what I mean? I'm sorry for causing Bruno Fernandes to have a 30-yard pass to hit across and then land to a Crystal Palace player and then they score from it. I'm sorry. It's me, innit? It's me. I had that adverse effect.
Saeed, the powers that you have is unbelievable. Can you share some of that power with the fan base?
I think I might have to, man. I might have to put a book out there. United Toxicity by Saeed.
You know what? Can we big up Usman there, Nuruddin, telling you need to drop a video about the greats you have watched. Seeing you big up Stam. But these days, common opinion is real and Vidic clear. Nah, no chance. No chance, mate. No chance. So big up Usman there. Trust me, me and Saeed will do a show on here.
Yeah, definitely.
The greatest first Man United 11. The greatest first 11.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah?
Let's do that.
We'll do it before the season starts. We might even do it next week, We might even do it next week.
Yeah.
So the people that want it, let's do it. Tom, welcome to have joined us.
Arun.
Welcome to have joined
Tom.
Hi, brothers.
Yeah, big up, man.
Eid Mubarak, bro.
Eid Mubarak.
Yo,
big up, Tom.
Sam Miasi says here, toxic comes because you jealous you didn't sign Jesus. The first game, hat trick. Next game.
He didn't score a hat trick, man.
Sam Miasi, you make me laugh. You make me laugh.
Oh, man. Against Nuremberg, Nuremberg, second division in Germans League.
Oh,
Come on, man.
Honestly, say me, I say, you gotta come better than that, man. You gotta come better than that. Where's Rafinha? Where's Martinelli? Where are all these guys that you were telling me you're gonna have Brazil? And next minute it was gonna be Neymar. You know what I mean? What's going on? Listen, Arun, how you doing? The first ever experience of Eid living in Rusholme. If you know, you know. Talk to me.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure, I don't know. I have had 2 experiences now since I moved to Manchester for some reason within the last 6 months. Because huge traffic, but love it. It's a very great family vibes, let's say. But very
absolutely.
Very great family vibes. But interesting days. The team is in my country, in Bangkok, in Thailand. My brother is standing outside the hotel reception trying to get those pictures from the players. Sancho was kind enough to talk to players. Martial was active. He was speaking to a lot of fans outside the hotel. So that's good to see. So a lot of reasons for me to get giddy.
There we go. People. Look, you're getting absolute first hand here reporting. Arun by his brother. Can you let your people know about your brother? What's your brother called and shout him out?
No, my brother his name is Abhishek.
Abhishek.
He went to the team Plaza Athene because we are based in Bangkok, our family, so he lives there. So the last time David Moyes came with his team, I was there, and since then it has been shambles. This time, I hope my brother brings some luck.
Let's hope, man. I hope
I'm
so.
telling you now, Aaron, I'm telling you, your brother's gonna bring that luck, bro. And the thing, what you did was you were like, right, I bought the luck. I need to go to Manchester and make sure I'm nowhere near Bangkok. Yeah, that's what I need to make sure. So big up to your brother, Tom. How are you, Tom? How has your week been? You good?
Yeah. Evening, guys. Evening. Not bad.
Big up to you.
What have you been up to, Tom? You working, grafting?
Yeah. Well, I finally got that paperwork and everything sorted out. So got that in a couple of weeks. I think it's like 3 weeks' time when I've got to fly out and stuff. So be good to do that anyway. I'm just glad the headache of all the paperwork and solicitors is all over with. Otherwise, I'd been suing the government, wouldn't I? And nobody wants to do that. And listen,
listen, Boris has already been cooked. You're gonna cook him again, yeah?
Oh mate, I'll rinse the guy. Don't worry. He won't leave a penny in sleeves. I'll tell you.
Anyway, we've got a brilliant topic and debate today, guys, and I think you three guys are the most interesting three people to have this debate and discussion with. We've got toxicity within the fan base, and with one answer to one question, Twitter as a United fan base went into meltdown today. Went into absolute meltdown. Yeah? It is what it is. So big up Raz, man. In Mubarak to you, brother. Big up. So I'll go with it and say there's two toxicities. There is this policing of fans in terms of the negative consequences of what the club has. And my question is, so to begin with, my question is this. What causes the Man United fans to get toxic? Are these fans to blame for just having this toxicity? Or are there reasons why the fan base is toxic? And then the other question is, I didn't put it on there, but the other question is, and then what do we do with this positive toxicity? So there's negative toxicity and the positive toxicity. And we're going to unpack it for you today. So I'm going to start, Saeed already alluded to it a little bit. I use the word toxic. I'm not doing clickbait, by the way, because that's one of the most commonly used words that the fan base used to describe the other within the United fan base. That discourse is out there for a reason. Yeah. Language is important, people, yeah? So the discourse is already out there or be in between the fan base calling each other toxic and referring each other, oh, that's a toxic comment, or you're too negative. Negative and toxic, or you're too positive. Those are the words, but we're going to get underneath it. Saeed already
they beat each other with the same bush, yeah.
Yeah.
Saeed already alluded to it that at times where the top reds got hold of Saeed and me or Saeed, and I've said, use the reason why Bruno is having a bad time. So it's like the fans can have that power.
It's a true story, by the way. It's a true story.
I'm going to say for Saeed, you've been labeled toxic for a long, long time. Just because you had a different opinion to different people about who the manager or the coach of this football club would be. So, as somebody who's been targeted with that word, how are you feeling?
I think it's one of them, like, I'm used to it. I'm not going to lie, I'm used to it. But you know what is what I find funny about toxic, you know what I mean? When people call you toxic, it's where it originates from. So I always want to know where's the context behind it, where you kind of evaluating your point from. And most of it comes down to garbage, you know what I mean? Like it's things that for me I can't control, they can't control. It's things that are external factors as well. You know what I mean? Not even something that we all can control and is happening like right in front of your eyes. It's nothing that, you know, us fans can be able to manipulate, you know. So, you know, and then it comes down to the fact that what is an opinion? You know what I mean? Opinion is something that someone says. It's not factual, by the way. You know what I mean? Like everyone has an opinion. And the biggest problem with what I've got in the fan base is that, you know, people just want to see that there's always one opinion. There isn't. There's multiple opinions. There's opinions that come from different parts of the world. There's opinions that are based maybe in England that might not be kind of prevalent to maybe abroad, because I might not have that first-hand. I might have the first experience being at Old Trafford, but people might see it differently from another country. So again, it's cultural reasons as well, where I always say to people, you know, be very, very open-minded. You can't be ignorant. And someone said it in the comments, most of it comes down to ignorance because they're not understanding of other people's opinions. I get people saying that, oh, there's extreme levels of toxicity. I understand that. But I feel like for me, I've just given my opinion, and maybe it's come across in a harsh way, but I think most of it comes down to a bit of passion, a bit of belief that, you know what, our club should be doing better. Our club must be doing better. And that's where it kind of came from. But I feel like for me, it was so different because it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I generally feel like if it was Mourinho, I remember Mourinho days, it was absolutely toxic. Nuruddin, remember that interview that you did, Nuruddin? The amount of yeah, there you go.
I know what video you're about.
Nuruddin did an interview, right? I think it was against Crystal Palace 0-0.
Yeah, it was.
Was it that game? Yeah. He came out, and I'm telling you, all the top Reds wanted to be on the camera. This Mourinho came out, but it wasn't toxic then. But then I felt like for me, when it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it was deemed as toxic because it was a club legend, and that's all it was. So I felt like sentiment got involved. And then if you look at the flip side of it, you know, in terms of the positive toxicity, I think like that is in a way because what they do then is they gatekeep supporting Man United, where they say,
yep,
if you're not positive about the club and you don't believe this club is doing well, then you can leave and shut your door. And I'm like, listen, you don't own the keys to Man United. You're just a fan like everyone else.
It's freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Yeah. That's what they say.
And Man United, when you actually go and report them what they actually do, they've actually come out and said that they're allowed to do what they want to do. Like, you know, I've not been told not to do whatever I do in the stadium. No security has come up to me and said you can't do this or you should be banned and whatnot. So if Man United have come out and said that, because at the end of the day, for them, it's free publicity. But in terms of actual toxicity, I think most of it comes down to ignorance. And then I'm going to let everyone else go on, but I'll carry on more later on. But most of it comes down to toxicity.
I think, Saeed, you sure you should lecture on toxicity? Because you've had that I think there might be a university degree there, people. Listen, go to ITV and sign up there. Make sure you watch Straight Jacket podcast first, and then you become a member, and you might get a free lecture on what toxicity is. He's just defined it. He's just going to be Saeed.
And I didn't know about this podcast until an hour ago, so you know what I mean?
So Saeed is there, man, just doing it. Listen, big up Dean Simon. Eric Ten Hag wants Beckenbauer as captain, same as Ollie. There we go. So he lands with that. Big up to you, Dean Smith. And then we got Alien Tenose. He says, I'm 58. Send them so-called top reds to see me. You know what, Alien?
We're going to go. We've got that stick, man. Alien Teno's got the stick, so we're going to get the back in from the stick.
No, big up Alien Tenno, innit? He's always the man, innit? Mad love and respect, man. So we go to this here. Raz says, don't have much now, but love this channel. And Saeed's for being the realist. Listen.
Come on, man.
You don't need to have anything, bro. Raz, trust me. You don't have to have anything. Yeah. I read out most people. Anyway, we love to interact, man. Listen, Raz, the love is real, bro. And the love is I can't even say the word.
Reciprocated.
It's mutual, bro. I say
mutual. There you go.
It's mutual. Yeah. So every one of you, there's 128 of you here. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Like I said to you, those of you interested in the Straight Jacket podcast, after we finish here, go over to Saeed TV, smash a like on that video before you even type to click it to watch it. Already smash a like so then you can just chill and watch it in peace. Go and check that out. Tom, I'm going to come with you with the same question. Where do you stand on the language, toxic and toxicity that is being used, right? When it comes to the fan base, and where do you think the blame lies?
Well, I think obviously, ultimately, I think the blame lies on the ownership. It has been for a long, long time. You know, when these owners came in, they've never been wanted. I've never known anybody, any businessman, even just talking out of context of football, who can buy a multi-billion-pound football club. It doesn't even have to be a football club or a business with debts and loans. I've never known it. It shouldn't have been passed through government, really. If we're speaking in legal terms, you just saw what it took to get Roman Abramovich to sell Chelsea Football Club and how much political pressure it took for that. This was 10 years ago with Manchester United. We're like 16, 17 years late with our takeover bid with what happened. So ultimately, I think it comes down to the ownership. And when I look at, people can say what they want about fans and stuff like that. Everybody has the right to freedom of speech and a freedom of opinion. Regardless if people like it or not, everybody can have a say of what they want. Regardless if people agree with it, disagree, whatever. That's what makes things like what we have say on YouTube, a platform. Because if we didn't have opinions, everybody'd just be in agreement. Oh, we're all negative, or we're all positive. Listen, when we're winning things, we're swinging off the lampshades. When we're not, what are we doing? We're just moping around. We've got nothing to celebrate, and we haven't got anything to celebrate. And ultimately, the people who have put us in this position over the years have been the players, because they've thrown so many managers under the bus now. I've lost the number of how many managers it is now. I think it's 5. They threw an absolute footballing philosopher of 20 years in Ralph Rangnick, did what he wanted for 30 minutes, and chucked the towel in. I'm sorry, you can't chuck a towel in. If you do that in a boxing ring, you get knocked out and you get sent home on a stretcher. You don't even walk out the stadium. If you do that in a boxing ring, you do that on a football field, you can walk home to your family free as hell, and you're getting, what, 50 grand a week? 100 grand a week for what? 30 minutes and throwing the towel in.
Exactly.
For the last half of the season, we've said it many times, they committed crimes against Man United. It was criminal. It was fraud. I'm sorry, it was. How much money they must have drained out of us in wages, in football fans and tickets, And ultimately, that's where the toxicity comes from, is because if it's not going well, and people, we don't need to be, nobody needs to have a naked eye to see that things aren't going well. We're not run properly as a football club. We don't have the right directors in place to officiate as a football club. We're not playing well. And now all we're doing is what? Starting again. I think we've gone to a handful now. I think we're on 5 managers, are we not? 5 or 6 managers now. And this is where it ends up. And like I say, with the fan base and stuff, anybody can blame a fan for whatever they want to say. Listen, we all gas up players every now and then when we make a new signing, whatever. I know Nuruddin right now. If we'd signed Skamaka tomorrow, he'd be the giddiest person in Manchester. I know that for a fact. Malacia, I saw that Cheshire crack grin on his face when Malacia dropped. I've been telling you about this kid for years. Listen, when we sign all these players, it's all well and good. Develop them, actually use them properly. Not do what we've done for years, like we say Luke Shaw, for example, has 1 good year in 7 years. And then what? We ruin him with what? Because of a major injury. You need people to recover, motivate these people, get them back. And the ultimate one, I'll leave it on anyway, was the Paul Pogba one. Leaves the football club twice, and we pay £90 million for him. That just sums up how badly run we are. And that just sums up the toxicity of it. Because he was never loved at the football club by everybody, but he always had his haters. And then if you come to Man United, you will always have a hater. And if you can't deal with it, you're at the wrong fucking football club. It's as simple as that. So if you can't deal with it and you can't deal with the pressure, that's the end of it. End of story. And don't deal with the toxicity. Go somewhere else and play mediocre football. We want to win things. And if you don't want to win things, go elsewhere then. Because you still get paid somewhere else.
This is it. Big up, Tom. You know what? Big up Andy Tate. Big up lads and people, yeah? Big up Andy.
Yeah, big up.
Big up Andy.
Big up Andy. Andy's in here, look, he says it so. He goes, the truth hurts the United players. It's true.
Yeah. It's
true. So, at the end of the day, nobody here is asking anybody to go and abuse people. Nobody's telling you to go and abuse football.
No, nobody's.
Fair criticism is fair criticism. And since the beginning of football, people, I just want to tell people at the back, since the dawn of the first ever football game, there's been criticism.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is. It's an entertainment business. I hate the fact that it's this business, but it's entertainment industry. Football is entertainment.
Facts.
And you're always going to have people. I mean, we're not doing it on social media. People were doing it at the pubs. People before 2000, people saying Fergie should have gone in 2099 after the treble. He should have done. Get out here, you can't do it now. This is a young man's game. What are you doing here? So criticism and critiquing somebody has always been part of football. You ain't gonna get rid of it.
But if you don't do it, you don't improve, Nuruddin. That's the point. If you don't criticize, how can you improve and develop? You can't.
I think no United fan deep down wants to criticize their football club.
But nobody wants to see Man United fail. Why would we want
nobody?
You know what I mean? Like,
nobody. But I think you've answered the thing to my general question. So I'll answer my own question. Toxicity comes from top down. It comes from the top up, and is also to do with the social media traction thing, that Man United PR propaganda. That is where the toxicity, because Manchester United would love for you to think we are number one on social media as a football club. We've got an whole department based in monitoring social media, getting things out there for people. If we for propaganda, if you could get trophies, if you could get a treble for propaganda, Man United winning treble every season. Every season winning treble, every season. So don't blame the fans. The fans have been used to a certain way and a culture at this football club where we would build teams to be successful. And then because of that success and the hard work for everybody who's working at Man United, everything that came from Fergie, everything that came from Martin Edwards, who every 10 years was improving that stadium, turned us into one of the biggest stadiums in this country, the biggest domestic stadium in this country, in terms of not being at Wembley or Cardiff City. Like, it's the biggest, right? Football club. That's somebody who owned the club. He's that cared about this football club. Then we get the toxic guys. In 70 years, they spoke to the fans on a forum for an hour. The training ground is absolutely disgusting now, right? Absolutely horrendous. It's not fit for purpose, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I went to watch, by the way. Those of you go and watch, because you know what? Football is not a binary thing. I watched Belgium and Iceland yesterday at the Academy Stadium, which is right across the road from the
Sports League.
Yeah,
Sports League.
No. Academy. Oh shit. Okay.
Academy Stadium, which is the Man City's and the youth team's stadium, across the road from Etihad. I was there yesterday.
Yeah, it's near the stadium, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. Just you can either walk underneath or go on the bridge to get there. I was there. Brilliant game, by the way, yesterday. Iceland versus Belgium. Brilliant game. One of the best football games I've watched this season. That's how much Man United have starved me. So the level of toxicity and negativity is natural. We are a juggernaut of a football club, but we move. The propaganda says we are that club, but the reality on the football pitch, when there's nowhere to hide, we are not that football club. So for me, I'm never here to police any fans. I'm here to spread what I think what's going on with the club. And like you, I just have an opinion like everybody else. And I think Tom and Saida put it perfectly. This policing of each other, whether we go in either way, where there's too much positivity or too much negativity, we have to be, everybody has to have their opinion and be who they are. That's all it is. Now, there are levels of delusion that people come out with, right? That's something to go, whoa, what's going on here? Like, there has to be some sort of rationale to it. There has to be some sort of base to these arguments or these opinions. But I'm not policing anybody. I'm not policing anybody. And he answered a question today on Harry Maguire, and Twitter went absolute into meltdown. And I think Windy Grant, big up Windy, big up sis, it's just social media, the addiction to likes causes toxicity. Right? That's a good point, yeah. Way. We haven't got all the answers. So it could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 things can be true at the
And there's no right or wrong answers as well, by the way. There's no right and wrong. No.
There isn't. So there is, top Reds can be toxic with their. They asked me in Saturday, they said, have you been to Leeds in 1979? We're like, where? I was like, these parents didn't know each other.
You know what, that's another one.
Didn't know each other either.
As well. I know the club more than you. It's that gatekeeping, isn't it? It's that gatekeeping of.
No, you don't.
I know the club.
No, you don't, mate. You don't. But Arun, I don't know if you were listening, bro. I think you still doing a bit of work, yeah? So the question to ask is, what causes the toxicity? And is there negative toxicity where people are going, oh, you're being negative and you're toxic? And there is a positive toxicity where people are just too giddy. And that's why I invented the saying, giddy FC, don't get giddy, right? That's why I invented it. So where do you stand on where this toxicity comes from?
No, before I went off, sorry for delay, I love this word, positive toxicity and negative toxicity, because I felt like being positively toxic in the morning when I heard Maguire will be the captain because I was disappointed. But at the same time, by the end of the day, I realized it is what it is. Whatever the manager wants, I'm with him because I support him at the end of the day. So that becomes positive.
Yeah.
I wrote a dissertation on fan channels and its culture in the UK with the help of Saeed and Turkish and Joel. These people contributed to my dissertation. And it is the perception. It is, I mean, people are here to watch. They like what they hear from people like you, like Saeed, like influencers, and they relate to them. They come and watch. It creates a following. It creates a trend. It creates a community, which is good for the influencer. But at the same time, unfortunately, what happened in Manchester United fan base is the older generation who was match-going fan base, top Reds, weren't involved in the YouTube or Twitter social that much in the social media age that much. Now they're back integrating. Now they're seeing their own people on social media channels. So now they're feeling like, okay, we're all the same. I mean, there was a divide back then. And that divide helped, like, whatever we say, it's wrong. And whatever they say was always right. Because, me as a person, I was never a match-going, still not a match-going fan. I go sometimes when I'm lucky. But there was a divide. I used to felt outsider that your opinion doesn't matter because you don't go to match often. Or your opinion doesn't matter because you are a YouTuber or whatever. That was bullshit. But now I think the appointment of Erik ten Hag, the proper coaching and the base value that we want success on the pitch. We don't care whatever you do off the pitch. We were all of us on the same page finally, hopefully. Yes, there will be players like I am Martial FC. Yes, I support. I love Martial, but at the same time, I understand when he's wrong and when he's right. I'm level-headed enough. So whatever happens on social media, people take it too seriously sometimes. And when people, that's the thing about this kind of channel, Saeed's channel and your channel. We are like, it is we are like this in real life as well. If you meet us, we talk like this in real life about United. It's not that we are portraying someone. So that's why people connect with us. And I don't want to put into toxicity. I don't know, but today I felt that I had positive toxicity in the morning when I heard McGuire.
You're a mute, Nurdin. You're a mute.
What did your dissertation tell you? What did it tell you about perception? What did you look at specifically?
So
engagement with the fans.
Yeah, I not only interviewed Saeed, Joel, and Turkish. I interviewed the people on Twitter as well who watches these channels.
To see their engagement.
Yeah. So they are all. It was lockdown, freshly from lockdown. People wanted to watch something that's relatable. So that was one. Number two, I asked if these people can change your behavior, change your opinion. So it was fairly half and half. Half said yeah, half said maybe, and some said not really. And I asked more about, will it change your purchasing behavior? Will you buy? I mean, those economical factors. It was interesting, mixed response as well. So I was more focused into that part, and I was more focused into the new modern day media where people are not sticking to Sky TV anymore, because we have someone who is from our community, looks like us, and speaks like us, and saying something.
That's true.
Yeah. So that was a very amazing discovery for me.
That's a good point there he made, there, because maybe people want to see a Man United fan that they, that they might not value it, and they're thinking, well, what's his opinion better than Roy Keane's or them Souness's or whatnot? You know what I mean? And that's the problem, because Sky, that's why they're bringing them two back now in terms of prominent figures, because it gives that old school fashion, that kind of,
straight up the hip, shooting from the hip.
Yeah.
There you go.
They don't have filter, these guys. That's the difference.
And that's why.
But you get the people like Gary Neville of the world who are more politically astute with how things go on in the world. Roy Keane couldn't really care about politics. That's why he never brings it up. And you can tell with the tone of how they speak and how they get their points across. Because Roy Keane, people like Roy Keane and Souness, love them or hate them, they let it rip. They don't care what people think. So we all know that Souness has had an agenda against Paul Pogba, and Roy Keane's had the words that he had to say about managers in the past, like Mourinho and stuff. We all know all these things. But the difference between that is you can get pundits who can get paid millions out of it, but you get us fans. What do we get paid out of it? We don't care if we don't get paid.
Some of us get abused.
We get abused for it.
There you go.
Let alone get paid. You can get abused, family, whatever. And it's it's disgraceful and disgusting.
Exactly.
But keep your points and keep your opinions how they are. Because some people will love them, and the more people that will love, there'll be more people that will love them than hate them. And that's a fact. And there'll be people who will back you up more than they will get rid of you.
Yeah. And no one is saying that whatever we are saying is sermon is correct, is absolutely
the gospel truth.
Yeah.
Gospel truth. Yeah.
I mean, it's our opinion. It is how we think. And people feel it, and that's how Saeed and my brother Nuruddin, people love it on this channel, man. That's why I love.
Listen, big up to every one of you. Basically, big up the therapy army. It is the therapy army. There's no better place for us to have this conversation on here, and to have the difficult conversation and comfortable conversations on the Straight Jacket podcast as well. So every one of you watching now is 141 now. Please smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Make sure after we're done here, make sure you're checking out Straight Jacket podcast. We're nearly at 200 episodes. That's incredible. It's been an incredible journey. Saeed's on his way to 100K. So please, people, go and subscribe to Saeed TV as well. I'll say it simple, innit? At the end of the day, for me, fan opinion, if you ever went to the pubs, if you ever hung around on the street corners, it was always that. I'm sure Arun from Bangkok, that's his city, United watching the game, he's out with his parents or out with friends watching the game, comes home.
It's because it's on camera, isn't it? That's the problem, Lord. Maybe they don't want, they want to keep everything in house. That's what I heard. They say save it for the pub. They said save it for the pub.
No.
I think in the pub. That's what they say.
True, sorry, bro. I think one more issue comes along with jealousy, that you're not supposed to earn money with this. They don't understand the concept of influencing and having a channel. So it took time for people to understand. And I hope someone like you or my
you don't earn it though. Sorry, it doesn't come like like I said.
I get it. But they think it's millionaire stuff, No.
I remember when I came in it, I was only doing fan cams, and then after that, I started to do my own thing. But if the people don't watch me, I don't earn the subscribers. I don't earn whatever. Like it's and it's also this is one thing I don't like. What I hate all the time is that they're saying that we're making money off United.
Exactly.
This YouTube platform is free. It's a free platform.
Yeah.
If it was what do you call it? Like you had to the subscription version. Membership, yeah. Then people will say, okay, fair enough. I would understand that logic, but it's free platform. Like you don't even have to. Literally, all you have to do is just have Wi-Fi and internet, and that's down to you. But other than that, like I'm not telling you to pay for anything. I don't shout for super chats. I don't say do this, do that. You know what I mean? Like I said, we ask for likes. That's about it because it then helps the algorithms. Because then we end up hearing the good podcast and the good news. But other than that, we don't kind of like. It's not a paid platform. Like I don't want other people. That's what they say to me all the time. Like you're making money at United fans. I'm not. It's a free platform.
Exactly.
So that's another misconception or myth that's been created.
Exactly. That's
you know what I mean. Yo, listen. First of all, can we congratulate Manchester United? First of all, look, here we are. We're doing a congratulations. First of all, I want to wish Andres Pereira, a United academy graduate, big him up to that. It's undisclosed fee. Manchester United, it's the 11th of July. Manchester United have sold their first player. So congratulations to the madness and everything else. Man United have sold.
We should have sold him after pre-season, man.
Yeah.
Pre-season Pirlo, guys.
He didn't get a chance to be a pre-season Pirlo. Well, he might do it for Fulham now. He might do it for Fulham.
He might do it.
But big up Silva.
I'm glad he's in the Premier League as well.
Yeah, so we can watch him, innit? I can't wait, Saturday. If he comes home with Fulham, innit, come to OT, he'll get a brilliant reception.
Good, man.
Trust you. I've got nothing but love for him. He's one person, actually, who had his chance. Say what you want about Ollie. Ollie gave him his chance.
At every position.
Yeah. Ollie gave him his chance. Yeah. The rest of the structure, like the team wasn't structured, but he got the chance. And at the end of the day, it wasn't for him. Like some people are saying, he wanted to go to play in Brazil and stay in Brazil, Flamengo. But at the end of the day, Premier League pays me. And the reason why he's there is also because Silva, who was the Everton manager, Marco Silva, I think that's his name. He's the manager of Fulham, and obviously Portuguese speaking.
Yeah.
It works. And he needs a player to be creative. So congratulations to Andreas Pereira. Apparently it's for undisclosed fee, somewhere around 12, 15 million or something like that, apparently.
Decent. That's a profit.
But listen, Man United, big up. You know what? Here we give credit where it's due. You're not going to get... So this is what we're talking about, the toxicity. But here, we give credit where it's due. So we're wishing Andreas Pereira well. This is a former player, a youth academy graduate. Look what we're doing, people. And then we're wishing Man United. He only took you to the 11th of July, but it's never too late. You know what I mean? It is, right? Props to that. You sold the player, right? Yeah. And I think it was Fulham and Marco Silva, even though the truth be there, Saeed, Marco Silva and Fulham were pushing hard to get this guy. Because this guy was supposed to be at Flamengo. So big up to him.
Yeah.
I will say that. And I'll just ask and say, where do you stand on fans? And I'll call to you, Saeed, where too many fans are policing other fans, telling them, oh, you gotta be positive, you gotta be positive. When there is nothing on the football pitch, when there's nothing on the football pitch that's supposed to give you some sort of positive impact. Yeah. To me, all this positive toxicity can be a bit draining at times because you're like, well, where is it on the football pitch? You don't have to tell me to be positive if I'm seeing it on the football pitch. Like Tom said, we're swinging off the lampshades, mate. We're absolutely delirious. We're absolutely so happy. So where do you stand on this, Saeed? I'm sure
I don't get the toxic positivity.
I'm sure you've been told many a times. I don't know what Neil Ashley is doing with your camera, but it's interfering. So I'll say, actually, you know what? You're all right now, actually. You're back to Blair. Blair. Yeah. 5 Saeeds at the moment. Now I'm taking them in. But I'm sure you've had it. That people tell you, be more positive, man. Why are you not positive?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. There was one guy, I don't know if you've seen my match reaction. What did he say? He said, who are you going to blame now, Saeed? Honestly, there's a video out there. I don't know what game it was. I think it was, it might have been the 1-1 to Leicester. I was doing my match reaction in the stadium, and there was an old man who came across. He came across from the other block.
With his child.
With his child, that's the one, yeah. With his child, and he said to me, who are you going to blame now, Saeed? I said, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just...
It's the perception.
And he said he was thinking like I was gonna just like blame people and just blame others. I'm not toxic positivity. They want me to be positive, and I'm like, it was just a 1-1 draw. I'm just gonna explain the match, give my opinion, and just kind of like leave it as that. I'm not blaming anyone. I've gone past it. And I remember in the video, for those that remember, I said, I've gone past blaming players, manager, whatever you want to do. I think there has to be a kind of like looking at the top here. And that's where I came from. And then it's like, I was believing in Ralph Rangnick, and then everyone was like, well, he's not good enough. So then when you actually be toxic and you actually play if you actually be positive and play their game, they don't like it. So it's like, where do you go? And then now it's like the Murtaugh madness. I feel like all the Ollie sexuals have become Murtaugh madnesses now. I don't know if they're in the exact same yet, but all of them,
they've converted.
They've converted now, and now they're saying to me, I'm negative about John Murtaugh when I just want the best in terms of, best in class in terms of, negotiations. I want to know where this Murtaugh madness is. I want to know, have we got the right man in charge? I'm raising the questions. I'm not being negative because there's nothing for me to kind of be negative about John Murtaugh about.
You want to see the evidence. You want to see the evidence.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
Exactly.
So until I see that, that's another thing as well. They put pressure on you to believe that if you have a different opinion, no, this is the right opinion. You should follow this, and this is where we're meant to be going. And it's like, well, that's how you roll in it. But I rather give my opinion and say, you know what, for what I've seen in this game, it's not for me. And that's I think what they do. They try and gatekeep opinions. I don't know if anyone has that same feeling. But that's what they try and do.
It's Murtaugh sadness over here.
Well, there you go. Exactly. That's what it is right now.
Listen, he's sunning it up with some sangrias and paella in Barcelona. So
that video looked dodgy, Tom, that video looked dodgy, as if they were they're looking for a cigarette break, somewhere in the table.
Listen, I saw the quotes and everything. I'm thinking they're meeting 3 people, meeting Jordi Cruyff, Mateo, the other guy. They're meeting some directors from Barcelona and one of Frankie de Jong's. It's not his agent. That's Ali Duran, but his assistant agent who works for Ali Duram's agency in Barcelona. All we see is 2 of them standing there. John Murtaugh's on the phone. It looks like an absolute publicity stunt. Got the smart suit on and everything. Got the best tie out, the lot. Yeah. You're in Barcelona. You're baking in the weather, and you've gone dressed in a suit.
I asked
what we're going to see next? The men in briefcases, then.
I asked.
And then probably the second time now in Barcelona. Probably the second.
Listen, how many times do you need to go out there to sort out a deal? This is what I don't understand. The guy's been on a round trip. Apparently, he went to the Netherlands to speak to Ten Hag when he went to interview him. Yeah. He's been numerous times to Spain now. Apparently, he went to Italy. Like, he's going around. What's he doing? Going around Europe, and we signed one player, £15 million. I'm sorry, when you're going around Europe and you're not bringing all these players in, it doesn't sound like your plan's working. Put it that way.
There you go.
Hey Tom, you gotta be positive. One in, one out. One in, one out.
One in, one out.
So far. Tom. 1 in, 1 out. Shake it all about.
Hey.
Tom, I want to ask you: Did Murtaugh and Arnold met Barcelona fans in the pub as well, or something, or just?
Listen, I don't even know. I think they were going for chai latte or something.
They love meeting fans in the pub, I guess. So
you know what? Where it looked like they were in the heart of Barcelona.
It looked like central.
Yeah,
Barcelona.
Ramblers.
I remember when I went there.
Yeah, a couple of streets of the Ramblers. Saeed's been there.
That long road.
Yeah, it's a long road. Yeah.
So that's what it looked like. But big up anyway. Listen, and Usman Berg said here, being positive about a negative situation is negative. Facts. You can't invent the new. Listen, at the end of the day, for me, this bit here is like, you don't need to ever tell the fan base to be positive when they see the evidence on the football pitch. Everybody is. That's why we're all delirious. Like we said, like Ollie came in, the whole fan base was singing, "Is at the wheel." You understand what I'm saying to you? You couldn't. I couldn't find one negative United fan after that. So at the end of the day, we're starved. I think because of the bad football, the lack of success, our owners, all of this stuff. Some people are, like I said, glass half empty, and some people in life are just like glass half full. But to me, it's about Birashi. And I want to go back to what we said, and we covered it more on Saeed TV and the Straight Jacket podcast. But the line in the Maguire, all he said was, he says he's been established captain here and he's had a lot of success. That line tickled me. I was laughing my head off. I was out and about. and I was laughing my head off.
But I didn't join it today, Nuruddin. That might be another new Saeed. I don't know, but I didn't join any of that malarkey today because when he said the first comment is what I took more from it. I need to see other players, and that's where I took more from it. But then again, I did tweet out I think it was about a week ago that I'd be surprised if he was the captain starting the season. Right now, we can't really kind of look into it too much because there's no definitive captain yet. Like he needs to see more.
Listen, Saeed, let me ask you a question. Maguire can be the club captain. It doesn't mean he's going to be wearing the armband on the football field. That's the difference. If he doesn't start, if we sign Lisandro Martinez, for example, and we've got Rafa Varane sitting there, you've got Lindelof, who he clearly likes, all these other players who are sitting there, there's no guarantee Maguire will even be on the football field to even cooperate with anybody.
Yep.
So
there you go.
He might not even be the captain. You can give him the title of the captain. Doesn't mean he's going to enforce it. Yeah, he might be in the dressing room and might bark a couple of orders. Nobody listened to him last season. Nobody's listened to him since he's on the armband. And we wonder why where we are where we've won no trophies. Yep. But like I've said to you all before about how journalism works with how they spin certain words, achievements. Yeah, he might have achieved what? Got to a couple of finals, plays for the biggest club in the world, might be achieving as a captain. Yeah. He didn't say anything about, he's achieved major honours. If you say something like that, then you can have cause for concern. Saying that you've achieved something, well, where's your winners' medals then? Yeah, it's okay saying all these things. What exactly is Erik ten Hag supposed to say? He's come into a broken dressing room where it's pull divided between the British players and the foreign players. There is no connection there at all. He's had to come into a tight situation where you have a short-term pre-season. He's not got the players that he wants that you two discussed about on your channel, Saeed, about the 5 players that he wants before going to the pre-season. He's got 1 of 5 that he wants. Yeah. So how can you influence anything? I tell you now, if he got those 5 players, I don't even think they would have asked him about the Harry Maguire questions, to be honest.
Exactly.
How's Frankie settling in? How's Lisandro doing with the Argentinian connections in the squad? South American players.
Tom, he was asked 7 questions about Ronaldo.
Yeah, this is what I mean. 7 questions about Ronaldo. You ask the guy 1 answer, he will give you an answer. That's it. Save that question. You can use that question to ask about anything else. Ask it about the ownership. Have you met with Joe Glazer yet? have you spoke to the guy? Because we know he's got inbound flights. There's no COVID anymore, Joel. He can take a flight to Bangkok. He did it when we played Barcelona at the Camp Nou in a pre-season friendly. There's no excuses. But this is the crippling part of our ownership. They've put thousands of pounds into all the travel and all these plans to meet fans and stuff. You say you want to engage with fans, go to a pre-season tour. Pick up the microphone, say a couple of bloody words then. If you've got some balls about you. Don't say it in an interview with Sky News when you're walking around, parading around, Erik ten Hag's the man for us. We always have the money to buy new players, blah, blah, blah. We've heard it all before. Blah, 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 blah. But it's quotes.
Alien Tenno, I think Tom's spot on. Myrtle will end up with a funny Barca woman. You know what? Alien Tenno sorting him out.
Funny Barca woman, I'm telling you.
Alien Tenno, do you know somebody there that you can set Myrtle up with? So we can get evidence of the Myrtle madness, the real Myrtle madness, yeah?
La Rambla is full of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. If you know, you know. Man. If you know, you know. Listen, you know what? In the last 10 minutes, I think we've all said it. We've had our say on the toxic positivity, the toxic negativity. I think we've all said it. At the end of the day, nobody's to police anyone here. Let fans feel how they feel. I think the thing about Maguire and the captaincy is overblown. I think Ten Hag is trying to learn his squad, and he said it. And if you look at the statement closely and read between the lines, it's there. It's all there. The bit that triggered people, and it made me laugh out loud, and I had to quickly tweet it because I was laughing my head off, was the bit about he's achieved a lot of things. And what I expected Ten Hag to go, he achieved a lot of things, LOL.
It's brilliant funny, but don't you think it's lost in translation? He's not using the correct language.
Exactly.
No, he's not. It's definitely not.
Exactly.
This is what you get with foreign coaches as well, though. When they try and translate, he's not a native English speaker. This is the difference.
And people took it literally that he won things like trophies and stuff.
Listen, my man's got more relegations than trophies, so he's not got a leg to stand on. If you want to bring up about that and you want to go with facts to him.
My only problem with him being the captain is whenever we lose a game, he goes on Instagram and posts his own individual stats for Man United, for England. So that's my only problem. If he could learn how to read the room, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Facts.
Read the room.
Yeah.
But he's got to get the trust of the dressing room, and the easiest way you can do that is get along with everybody.
Hopefully he gets. Hopefully he gets.
And hopefully the manager and the captain. You know, I don't know if it's me, but I remember Alex Ferguson would always kind of pull someone in and be that main person. We haven't seen that in a while, and Maguire doesn't really kind of do that. It's always Bruno that's going and talking to the manager when it needs instructions. Maguire needs to be the one that goes up to the manager and says, right, what do we need to do now? Do we need to push up the pitch? Is it a case of like, that's what I want to see? Don't you
think though, Saeed, when you look at a lot of these other big clubs though, you look at like say Liverpool, Manchester City, they have a captain. They have a captain who's in play, like a Fernandinho, like a Jordan Henderson, but they have 4 or 5 players who are actually the leaders of that team. Sterling, Diaz, you know, Liverpool, Van Dijk, Salah, Mane. There's so many different players.
I believe
one player doesn't lead a dressing room. I think people forget that. This is going back. That's decades ago, where you have one player who controls something. Nowadays, you have 5, 6, 7 players who unify a team, and then that's where you get the mix, where you have your experienced players and your youth players. And when you get that mix right, and you get the right dressing room with the right sort of coaching, that's when you win things. But at Manchester United, we don't have these people. There's no accountability.
Nope.
If you can't be accountable to yourself, you cannot go to somebody else and be a hypocrite and say you're not on form if you're not on form yourself. And this is exactly the point why with Harry Maguire, when he had no captaincy armband, I thought he was actually decent, to be honest, that first 6 months.
Exactly.
It was. Let's be real. There's
no pressure. There is no pressure.
And Tom, with wearing captaincy armband, he was all right as well. That season.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
Well. I mean, my say on this is he does the right things off the pitch stuff, like the commitments for the club and attending women's team football matches or junior team football matches. He does all the right stuff, meet and talk in a nice way. But on the pitch and when it comes to performance, he doesn't.
That's all that matters to us, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
That's all that matters. Yeah,
exactly.
That's all. Listen, I just want to give the last 10 minutes of the show to Ronaldo. Eric Ten Hag was asked about Ronaldo more than he was asked about Harry Maguire.
Seven
big
times.
up, by the way, people. Big up. There's nearly 170 of you watching. Please smash the like on the video.
Like the video.
Like the channel. Please let us know how many likes we got, please, people. Yeah. Big up Elisa, Georgie, Alien Tenor. You're all mods now on the channel. Big up to everybody. Let me know if anybody else wants to be a mod. You have to be a regular though, innit? Therapy Army Die Hard. So big up to every one of you. I'll ask the question. Ronaldo was mentioned, so I'm gonna believe Ronaldo more than I believe anybody else because customer professional, the things that we would like Ronaldo about. So the idea that he's just chilling and relaxing at Sporting Lisbon and just chilling there is something. At the end of the day, when you get older, you realize what's important in life. And if he's one of his family members is ill, really ill, severely ill, then he has every right to stay there. It's a absolute, that to me is an insult. It's an absolute insult. Not even 100 likes on this video, honestly. It's crazy.
People,
crazy.
Come on, get them likes up. Come on.
Uncomfortable conversations, whether it's Saeed TV, United Realtor. We have no other channel is doing this, having these uncomfortable conversations that matter. That's substance. We're going behind the headlines. We're not just saying what fans are saying on social media. So at the end of the day, guys, Ronaldo's asked. He said and come out and said, Eric Ten Hag, big up Khalis Mohamedin Lassie. He's probably busy tonight, but big up Chief United. Big up. He's out there somewhere. But I just paraphrase some of the quotes. He said, Ronaldo is in his plans. They've already planned. Ronaldo is there now taking care of family issue. And you know, as a manager, he's like, Ronaldo will be all right. We'll meet up with him another time when we come back, right? So it's just where it is. Even he's like, Ronaldo didn't tell me he's leaving. And then when a journalist asked him, do you speak to him like me? My conversation with Ronaldo is between me and Ronaldo, not you guys.
Yeah.
I love the fact that how he controls the media.
The media. He has to do that.
Listen, I said this the first press conference that he controls that dressing room, and the journalists don't like him because of his honesty. But the facts behind it, though,
So big up Flex, by the way. I thought that the only person.
Great question.
The best question because he wasn't getting asked about Ronaldo or Maguire. He was asking about how can what your plans are for Martial and Rashford. Yes. That's what it was, right?
Amazing.
So big up to Flex, yeah. Big up to Flex for asking that question, yeah. At the end of the day, it's simple, people. Manchester United is a football club. At the end of the day, we've got a coach that we wanted, a guy who's in the training ground. The guy, you see the videos on social media.
He's on hand, man. He's on hand already.
Yeah, the level of intensity in the training, the level of intensity. It's like the way that he would shout during the game where players are doing wrong. He's shouting like that. So the antics next season, in a couple of weeks' time, is going to be crazy.
You're behind him already. You're going to hear it.
I'm going to absolutely be like, yo, I love it. I absolutely love it. So at the end of the day, we talk about Ronaldo. So I have no reason to believe Ronaldo is coming back. But obviously, no manager and no club is going to go, the players for sale. They're not going to say that.
Yeah.
So where do you stand on this in terms of where Ronaldo is? To me, all of those journalists who are insinuating that he's there just to take the mick out of Man United, I find that laughable. I don't think I would never think Ronaldo would be doing that, because at the end of the day, he lost Ronaldo Jr. and then he was back on the pitch 2 days later. So the question is professionalism, I think, is a bit wrong. So we just got to take it. And I hope that that person or that family member that's not well, we wish them all well on behalf of the therapy army. I like to wish them all well.
Absolutely.
Like, and then
bro.
But I'll go to you, Arun. I'll go to you first. Ronaldo, for you, do you see him being a problem if he was to stay? Or do you like the fact that Erik ten Hag has already made plans for him?
My take is a bit different on this one, bro. I hope.
Okay.
Please listen.
That's what we love here, Arun. We love it here, Aaron, because you know what we say on here, Arun? Therapy army, 3, 4, 5 things come true at the same time.
My opinion is he's done. He's off. He's leaving. My opinion is, and I really feel bad for his family member. I really hope he's fine mentally, physically, everything, and his family. I hope nothing too serious. But as a family leave, he is the world's best player. He deserves that break. I understand that. And Cristiano Ronaldo for the past 10 years, so any club never return on the first day that every player return. He always come late. Him and Messi, those guys. So it's understandable from that point of view. My thing is, in this current day and age, yes, Manchester United as an institution, we are big, but at this current day and age, if we talk about public image and image rights, I believe Ronaldo is bigger than the club. And when he says he want to leave, he leaves. There is no way the manager, the club, the CEO cannot go on the days that Sir Alex Ferguson can request him stay for 1 more year. You can't. If he has made up his mind, he will leave. The only problem for him is who is the best suitable buyer, who's going to pay his salary, and where he can compete at the highest level. That's my opinion on this one.
Yeah, and to me, you know what? Before I go to Saturday, so it's up to Ronaldo now. Right? If he wants to stay and be part of a team that is trying to achieve things and trying to literally, we're gonna make a lot of mistakes. There's gonna be hella games we're gonna lose. Ronaldo, for me, coming here has realized that it was a huge mistake because he's a winner. Yeah. When it comes to a club that's not had that culture, a winning culture, for the past decade and a bit. So at the end of the day, it was a mismatch. But if Ronaldo will decide where he goes, for me, and I think you don't come out and say, I want to go without having a placement or where you're going anyway. But I'll go to Saeed.
Yeah, I think for me, I've made it clear on this channel, and especially on my channel, that if a player wants to leave, we should respect his wishes and let him leave. I think maybe this time off, maybe United giving him time off might change his mind, and he might say, you know what, they looked after me and they kind of respected my wishes, and maybe I might stay in that regard. I still believe he's leaving. I still believe he'll find a way. George Mendes, don't underestimate this guy, man. He's one of the biggest agents in world football. His guy is a super agent. So he will find a way of getting a club. I think he'll buy his time. He's still got a long way left, man. He's still got till September to find a club. So it's not as if Ronaldo could still play the season and still leave. He did at Juventus. So, and if Ronaldo does score goals in the first 3 or 4 games, it only puts his price a bit higher, but also then clubs will be like, oh, we could need a striker because maybe our player might get injured, or maybe our player might not be starting the season on good form. Yeah. You know what? Let's bring him in before the Champions League starts and whatnot. So,
and Saeed, don't be surprised if you see him in Australia next week, and then he's off to Bayern Munich just for the commercial purposes. Just for the commercial purposes.
Commercial, yeah.
Exactly. Tom, I'll come to you.
Yeah, I mean, with the Ronaldo situation, it is what it is, isn't it, really? And if he wants to go, you don't force a player to stay at your football club. If we've not learned anything from last year with the Edison Cavani situation, I'm sorry. The man wanted to go back to his family. He wanted to go to Argentina. I know for a fact he wanted to go to Boca Juniors or River Plate. And either of those clubs, both of those clubs were prepared to pay to get him out of the contract for the final year. It would have been £3-4 million that they would pay Man United. Just terminate his contract and then we sign him as a free agent. That's all it would have been. But Manchester United persisted because of why? We didn't have a plan. And I think, logically, Manchester United knew there was a hint of doubt about Cristiano Ronaldo staying. Elsewise, why would they pursue a race for Darwin Núñez that they knew they were never going to win as soon as Liverpool were involved? They knew as soon as Liverpool were involved and they were prepared to pay the big bucks to get Darwin Núñez, they was never going to win that race. Never in a million years, no matter how much money you offer that player, he wasn't going to come. And like Saeed just said about Jorge Mendes, the guy might as well be the Wolves sporting director. He's got that many clients at the club. This man knows how to do business. And if I was in football, there was 2 football agents that you would have gone for. The late, great Emilio Raiola, love him or hate him, he's a proper footballing agent who gets you the best deal that you can. Not just for himself, but for his players and his clients. And Jorge Mendes is the exact same thing. But the thing with Ronaldo is he can get on a private jet and he can go to any football club in any country in the world. And if he's prepared, and if they're prepared to meet the same wage gap that he's willing to accept, he can walk to any football club. He just did it last summer with Juventus. Walked straight out the door, got on a private jet. They played the whole PR game saying that he was going to Manchester City, knowing Manchester United will get involved. Bang, right, we got him a better deal. And that's how it works, unfortunately, with agents and stuff. And that's how they get the best deal. But if he wants to go, let him go. I wouldn't personally say any of this about going on tour or getting him to fly over and everything. And listen, if this is where it is about with his family and his situation out there and everything, the man's had a turbulent 12 months. Let's not be hasty. You lose children, stuff like that, unborn children. You got to mention as well, and obviously with family and stuff being unwell and stuff, there is unrest there. And there comes to a point, like you said, Nuruddin, in your age and in your lifetime, where you think, I need to think about what's more important. The football or the money that I make or the family that I've actually already made in person, because you can't buy family and you can't certainly buy kids. You have to make all of that. Exactly. And he's made it all. He's made all the money that he needs to make to be financially secure for his kids, his ancestors, for whatever reasons or for all the reasons in the world. So listen, if the man wants to go elsewhere, respect the man's wishes. Don't be haggling over prices or anything like that. As soon as a suitable offer comes, accept it and do the best wishes for the player and his family. That's all I would say on that.
Facts. Listen, Lou Manu asked, can captain be dropped? Of course they can. Captains can be dropped. Captains can be put on the substitute bench. At the end of the
year, they don't have to be played. Yeah.
Exactly. So listen, I think I everybody, Arun, Saeed, Tom, I echo everything. Ronaldo wants to go, let him go. And you can't keep an unhappy player. We've already learned it from Cavani. And yeah, so we let it. Listen, Alex, unless it's confirmed, I'm gonna keep the hope. Scamacan to PSG. Unless it's confirmed, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Samaka can be the cult hero. Yeah. On this channel, Samaka can be the cult hero. Like the OGs will know the Saeed's dark alleys in Bruges. The OGs will know that the first subscribers will know. Remember.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
So Samaka will get that story.
Exactly. Yo, big up. Yo, big up. Listen, I just want to take this opportunity to thank Saeed, Arun, Tom. So please, people, let them know where they can find you, Arun.
Listen, I'll be here.
Go on, Arun.
Arun DVD 1, or I'll be here.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, guys. Really.
There you go.
No worries, man.
Tom, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, love and respect everybody. Get the likes up, subscribe, share the channel, everything, and let's get the community growing every day that we go. And you can find me on Twitter at TomJournalist1.
Big up.
Saeed, let them know where they can find it, bro.
Right there, people. Saeed TV, man. Saeed TV. And by the way, man, I just seen your thumbnail already. That is funny, man. Ronaldo just hiding in the Sabami Charlton stand. That is hilarious, man.
It's gotta be done. You know me. I've got to do it. We gotta bring a bit of lightness, bit of laugh, bit of joke, man. This is what therapy is, isn't it? Therapy is just letting go, man. Just expressing yourself. So definitely on the Therapy Army people, there's no toxicity here. We just give. I was called a lot of times Mr. Negative, because what? Some people don't like the truth. When the truth hits them hard, upside of the head, and then it slaps them back in the face, they don't like it. And they're like, I can't take it. So you're negative. So they project the hatred of the truth onto me. But it is what it is, people. At the end of the day, big up to all my panelists. I thought we had a brilliant conversation. Thank you for joining, Arun, on a late, short notice. Tom, always pleasure, bro. Always
likewise.
Perspective. Saeed, I think you broke it down. I think you could do a lecture. You can go to university.
Listen, if you want to find it, you know what I mean?
I really think you could do it.
100%.
I think you could do it. Listen, catch us on here soon, innit, people. You know what? I think what's going to dominate till Ronaldo's back in the squad, whether he's gone or not, he's going to dominate every press conference now, whether it's settled either way. Whether Ronaldo is in, joins the group, or whether Ronaldo goes. Between them, we already know what that press conference was today was set for the rest of these journalists. They want the quotes for their papers. Ronaldo news sells, clickbait, FC everywhere, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So that's what we need to keep an eye off. Big up. Somebody says it's Tom, Mr. Kimberly, because you never see his face. I think that's the comment of the night. Yeah. There we go. And Lamu says, Mr. Structure is our Mr. Hope. Yo, listen, no hope, man.
Listen,
I'm just a fan with an opinion. That's all I am, man. Hopefully we'll get Irfan back on a Mundo, Mighty Mundo, and you know what I mean? Oli Bumbaye, and that. They'll all be back when the season starts, people.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Love like, please just smash a like on the video on your way out. Please make sure you go and check out Saeed TV, and make sure you watch Straight Jacket podcast. We're on 186. There's been a long journey with that podcast, man. Long journey. The places where that podcast took us to throughout those turbulent times, people. The arguments, the debates, the laughs. It's all there, people. So check that one out, people. But love and light. Peace. Take care of yourself. Please, I'm sure you're enjoying the summer and enjoying the nice weather. Whether you're in Bangkok, whether you're in Latin America, whether you're in South Africa, whether you're in Asia, other parts of Asia, whether you're back in Manny. Let's have it. We're baking. We're baking.
And by the way, don't be following Pep Guardiola down the street. I thought it was Nourdin at one point. I was like, is that Nourdin? Where was he? I can't remember. Where was he actually? I was thinking it was Revolution. I see the Revolution bar, and I was thinking, is that like Spinning Fields or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was, isn't it?
Yeah, around there. Listen, the funniest thing about that side, if I was hunting him down, I would have made sure that I talked to him about Catalan films, Catalan culture. That's what I would be doing. I won't be like, give us a selfie. My guy literally followed him. Pep thought he was getting robbed. Did you see Pep?
I am telling you, man.
Pep was kind of like, I gotta fight you. Could you imagine now on the WhatsApp groups with the team now? All these players are gonna be taking the mick out of him. I put very on the first preseason meetup, they're gonna put that. Jack Grealish is gonna put that on the screen, mate. I'm telling you.
Apparently, does it all the time, you know, Nourdin. He's always around
in Manchester. Bro. I told you, I used to come into my workplace and chill and hang out. To be fair, he's calm and cool and collected, but he just thought it's a night, and the kid is chasing him. The kid was he was a fan, wasn't he? He was a fan, and Pep thought, what's going on here? Have I been set up?
He said, get back to my side, man. Get back to my side.
And you know what? Somebody said to me that could have been one of Ten Hag sent one of his soldiers in it to let Pep know, mate. You ain't getting out of this season, mate. You ain't having it easy, mate. So listen, Pep's already rattled, mate. He looked rattled anyway.
Rattled, mate. He looked scared, man.
He looked rattled, mate. I'm telling you. So big up, people. If you want to check out what we're talking about, go on, follow, smash a follow for Saeed. Go and check out Saeed's Twitter, mate. Saeed thought it was me. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I will never bully anyone for taking a selfie.
I know.
I don't do that. But anyway, Therapy Army, bit of joke for you at the end. Peace, love, light. We are here to have the uncomfortable conversations. Most channels stay away from this, but we're here for it. Big up to everybody. Big up Andy Tay for getting in the mix. Big up Alicia. Big up Windy. Big up everybody. At the end of the day, Ronaldo not being on tour benefits the other players and the manager. Well, it is what it is, isn't it? And good evening. Good evening, Alicia. Enjoy your evening. Get out there, people. Take care. Love, light, peace.
Peace.
Graders out. Bankers out.
Bankers out.
Take care, people. We never forget that.
Love.